Smartphones have no place in classrooms. The problem with cell phones is that there are big distractions to all of our elementary grades through high school. K through 12th grade students are experiencing bad grades due to distractions with their phones. 97% of students who have phones use them during school time. The median of usage per day is 43 according to Common Sense Media. At least 13 pickups per day occur per student. So like every time they get a notification, they pick up their phone. Sometimes it's over 200 per student. And 61% of that time is spent during class periods. So you could tell that that picking up your phone is a really bad distraction during school hours. And what they're actually doing with that time, spending all that time on their phone, is 31% is being spent on social media, another 12%, 17% on gaming, 13% on music, and a very small 13% on education. There's also a big argument going around with why phones should be allowed in school is because of the educational apps. But as we can see with the data from Common Sense Media, that 13% of the usage rate is on education, which is not that much. The research. According to Benland, LP, and Murphy, in 2015 article, banning phones improves scores. It goes up to around 130,000 students have been studied, and 91 schools across the UK. And the average student gained a 6.4% improved on their grades, and the struggling student had a 14% improvement on their grades. One argument is, what if there's an emergency at school, a natural disaster, a shooting, or something like that? To rebuttal that, there's panic students calling their parents about the emergency can cause a disturbance to first responders. They could actually do something about that. Schools already have a PA system. They also have intercoms and protocols, and it actually distracts students more than it actually helps them out during these scenarios. This is all according to the London School of Education study. They also note that mobile phones can be a source of distraction in the classroom, and that students are generally not using them for classwork during school. The educational program, back to what I was saying about the usage rate of students actually using them for education. They really aren't using it for educational purposes. It's mostly used for social media and YouTube and gaming. And schools already have laptops and MacBooks already used in their curriculums. So the argument with using their phones for those things as well, it really doesn't make any sense. This is all backed up with Common Sense Media in a 2023 study. And here's what's actually working. The Yonder Pouch system, it's basically a system where every time you enter a classroom, you would put it inside a little cubby or a pouch that's mounted onto a wall. Um, and it actually has seen some results. 2,000 schools across 16 plus countries have said that they seen increases. They saw an 84% increase improvement rate, and it's 72% saw improvements on. Oh, I'm sorry. They saw an 84% engagement rate, improvement rate, and then a 72 saw a behavioral improvement. So all around, just a really good way to still have your phones in the classroom, but not actually be able to pick them up or use them. And this is all from Yonder Partner School survey data. So this is all collected data from Yonder themselves. This is another school that used the Yonder Pouch program from Waterbury Public School, or Waterbury School at Connecticut, from grade 6 to 12th grade. 84% of partner schools saw improvement in student engagement, 72 saw positive changes in their student behavior, and 64 saw improvement in academic performance. And some kids actually like it. From the same study in the previous slide, in Waterbury, Connecticut, one teen said, "When I lost my phone, it almost sets you free." So it's almost like these kids are addicted to their phones. Another kid said, "Not having a phone, it takes this weight off of you." So some teens feel free. They feel like they're set free from not having the phone in the classroom all the time. The bigger picture. Banning phones is not gonna, save all these students from failing their grades, but it does help. We've seen the studies actually improve the engagement in students. Their academics have been going up. Schools that ban phones see less distractions. 30% drop in cell phones actively in schools using pouches. Teachers love it. Their students are actually engaging. They're not just staring at their phones all the time. Takes time. Well-being improved in 3 years. So it usually takes around 3 years or so for to gather all the data and see the improvements in students. This is all according to DTS and a study in 2026. And another study from the Yonder Pouch program. And here's what we could do for our students in the Coachella Valley districts. We could reach out to our local school boards and talk. I know some teachers from CV have talked about the Yonder Pouch program. They have pitched it to the school boards. I'm not sure if that actually has done something. We could share the research that actually does improve student engagement and student academics. And it's important to not back down when we're talking to the school boards. And again, we're not anti-technology. Technology does actually help our students with homework and stuff like that, like education or like school or devices made for school, like the iPads and MacBooks the school provides for the kids. But we're all here to help the kids.